What's up, everybody? Wednesday. What has been a very fun period. I'm enjoying the speculation and the hyperfixating. I think we're all here for that. All of us enjoyers of lolcow nonsense. I mean, this is what you live for, right? Extended hyperfixating, extended wild speculation. I mean, we're eating well right now. Maybe it's just not everybody, but I know I am in the camp of this is still fucking fun right now. But don't worry, I have prepared another great show for you today, hopefully, and we got a lot of calls to get to as well. The speculations don't stop, right? The what ifs. Yesterday, I'd say the highlight of the show yesterday, in addition... Oh my God, before I say another fucking thing, I almost took a biggest L of my life, okay? Biggest L of my fucking life. Because someone has shared with me an image from what some might say is going to be the future meetup of the WPIG and TBS convention known as DetractorCon. This is going to be the after party. It's going to be at Unicorn, as we established yesterday. But someone has sent me an image from inside of that establishment. And I don't think any of us are ready for what it looks like inside there. But if anything, it creates more questions than answers. But I will show you. Here it is. This is the inside of the Unicorn. Picture taken. No, don't know the date. Don't know who took it. I was just sent this image to the P.O. box. Here we go. Hold on tight. Oh my, can you believe it? Can you believe it? This was from inside. Inside! Now what? Does this mean the HOA was all bullshit? Does this mean this is what he's doing? Having fun the whole time inside there? He wants to do this instead of stream? I don't know. I don't know what this means. But this is what I was sent. This is actually the image that Sir Matoker used for his Skype for a long time. This image right there. And DSP commented on it back then. But yeah, there we go. DSP didn't get why he used that. You know, like, why did he use that image? I don't know. Why is he using it? Because it's funny. That's why Mr. Matoker used it. Because it's funny. But anyways, okay. So let's get a quick recap for everyone that's just joining us or doesn't know where we've been or what's been going on. I have it saved here, on Monday morning at 11 a.m., and I'll make this quick because I know most people have heard this many times, so I'll do it as quick as I can. All right, but here it is right here, okay? So on Monday, July 7th it is, Philip said after a 2-day weekend, something he already doesn't do too often, 2 days off in a row, okay? He says, all due to unforeseen circumstances, I am unable to stream today. I have no estimate for when I will be able to stream again, so please stay tuned. Here for updates. I do hope to return as soon as possible, so stay tuned and thanks for understanding. Now, I will give it the precursory check, but I don't think anything's been said since that moment. And let's just be sure. Yes, it's gotten to up to 44,000 views on Twitter, 22 retweets. He's getting a lot of responses, obviously, okay? Because it's been a while now, and people want to go. People want to see what's going on. So we started theorizing, as you do. As anything happens when a public figure does something mysterious, well, what you're going to do, you're going to hyperfixate and wildly speculate. And that's what many people did. We've come up with, collectively, not everyone agrees with this list, and a lot of people think there should be other stuff on here. But based on the last 2 days, we have come to this list. The current theories we have are parents, and what I mean by that is visiting parents, parents' health, that kind of thing. All those things go under parents. Catherine, could be a Catherine health problem or something. Remember, he's the one, I normally wouldn't talk about Catherine's health problems, but DSP, unfortunately, is the one that leaked the DMs that were all about them. So Clearly, he wanted the entire universe to know about Cat's health problems. So I feel no issues talking about them. Clearly, DSP doesn't. So I don't feel any issue as well. Then we have the HOA visit and repair. Now, this is the let's call the, I don't want to call it a dark horse, but Logan K brought this up yesterday, and it kind of, let's say, took the imagination. It captured the imagination of everyone. Like, this does make sense. It ticks all the boxes here. HOA visit, they got to check something normal, which DSP has said before they have to do. Like, they got to check the pipes or whatever the fuck they got to check. But then, what if they find something there that shouldn't be there, right? And they say, whoa, we got to get this fixed. We're going to be here for the next 3 or 4 days cleaning this up, you know? Then what, right? Because the HOA can say shit like, well, you can't be here until we fix this. So it has to happen now. It's not something like the HOA can say, okay, well, yeah, this is breaking the code, so we'll just leave it there for a few months until we get time. In that situation, it's the HOA's job to get it fixed right now, just for liability purposes, right? You got to get it fixed right now. So that's what would happen, right? If there was something the HOA discovered, okay? Then, of course, there's the Jasper thing, though I think it's safe to build a separation here between these now, because these are I personally think these are getting farther and farther down the list. The more days it goes, I feel like there's a separation here between possibles and, not possibles. So parents, Catherine, HOA visit, repair seem to be the leading theories, and there are more, but I think there's a definite jump in probability once we get past the HOA visit to Jasper. Pet just doesn't want to do anything, hungover, coping, and nothing burger. And I think even the staunchest nothing burgers, are you coming around yet? I'm speaking to you, nothing burgers, because now we are entering day 5, okay? And day 5 would be a new longest streak of not streaming, I think, or doing anything. I think the previous record was 4, based on the wedding, I believe. So take another day, this would be the longest one ever. And yeah, he made $1,000 the day before, but you know what I mean? It's getting long now, right? And like we said, you know how DSP uses his money. It's not like he's got some savings route he's going to dip into, right? Those don't have time to build up when you got Hogan's to buy. You know what I mean? Big as Paula Burrow, who says, a glimpse of a better world, one without Phil. How cruel he is to show us what could have been. See, I disagree. I think it's fun to have him around to wildly speculate. I prefer having lolcows around than not, but I know what you're saying. Yona Hall says, I'm fixing to hyperfixate. You're in line to hyperfixate and fixing to hyperfixate. That's what we're here for. Big ups. Onyx says he just tweeted. Onyx, if this is a troll, I will ban you. Oh my God, I will ban you so fast. So fast, you won't know what hit you. I'm checking it right now. Did he tweet? We're finding out together. Oh, where is he? I'll ban him so fast. Who said it? Who said he just tweeted? Onyx. All right, that's it. Get him out of here. Whoever has a wrench, use that wrench and split his ass. Get him out of here. Make it so. I want him out forever. No, it's okay. But you do get timed out. 15 seconds. Starting now. Think about what you did. On a day like this, on a day like today, you know what you just did. Go sit in the corner. Go. Ohm says, if it is an HOA thing, how long until he has to start streaming from the hotel room? Because we know he has no savings. Now, you laugh at this. But usually he would do something like that. Not joking. So when he lost the ability to, let's say, not stream from Twitch for some reason, he would do a YouTube stream from his phone, which he figured out, right? Like, he knows he would go that far to tell people what's going on, right? Because, of course, he wants everyone to know when they can come back and get their Velcro out. Oh, I'm going to be back on Thursday, though. You know what I mean? And also, yes, the text to Triple P said he can't leave his house because he would need a pet sitter for Jasper. So all this has to be taken care of. I'm not saying there's some problems with the going to Connecticut theory. I'm just saying it's the most believable one. Because, you know what I mean? Like, it would require him to get someone to watch Jasper. But, I mean, if it's serious enough, he would have to do it. You have to do it, right? Adrian says when the internet was down, it was getting repaired. He streamed from his phone. That's when he got the video of him brushing his hair. Exactly. So, he cannot resist streaming for too long. It's just doesn't feel like he needs that attention boost, that money boost. He needs everything. He can't go too long without that. Soga says, did we cover the possibility that he got sick? Well, that possibility is... Oh, hold on. I'll do it to you. That's a buzzer because he would very, very happily tweet about that. No problem. He's done it many times before. Brackman High Five in the house says, big ups, appreciate the speculation streams. Big ups to you. I'm having a lot of fun in the speculation streams. I like the more radio style show, as you might expect. And this is definitely a more radio style feel to it. So I like this period a lot. But Beat the Tub said, can we get some more Oregon Trail? Yes. So what's going to happen? Schedule style announcement. Tomorrow will be a lore stream of some point, I think. I mean, I don't know. It kind of feels weird, doesn't it? Doing a lore stream where just real lore's happening right now. So I might skip a lore stream tomorrow and do Death Stranding tomorrow morning. I don't know, though. We'll see. And then Friday do something silly before we get to it again. If it happens, or we don't know. Oh, by the way, tomorrow, That Being Said will be on. Not WPIG. That Being Said will handle the wild speculation. And hyperfixation will happen on That Being Said tomorrow. Whether he comes back or not. We will do it tomorrow on That Being Said, okay? Because I think it calls for an emergency episode, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, Mr. Extravagant. I saw it. I forget if it was you or not, but someone said I streamed more during the first summer of ALT than in the summer of WPIG in this stream. And I knew that wasn't true, but I need to get the numbers. So I checked it. You know how many times I streamed in total in the summer of ALT over the 2 months it was? You ready? It was 23 times in 2 months. 23 times in 2... Wait, hold on. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19... Excuse me. 19 times in 2 months. 19! 19 times in 2 months. I've already streamed 19 times, and we're coming up on 3 weeks left on the summer of WPIG. Just letting you know. Greedo the Green in the house says, has he made Kat get the gastric bypass? She ruined his friendship with PPP because she is fat. There you go. Thanks, Greedo the Green. Seabook Dev says, nothing burger, more like choked on burger. He's dead. How does he leave a tweet that says, sir? How does he leave a tweet that says, due to unforeseen circumstances, I am unable to stream today? Is that, in parentheses, invisible, I'm dead? Come into that? There you go. You earned it. Yanks in the 9th says, I say he ran off with OIC for gay holiday. That's a 1. Okay, by the way, there's different levels. This is normal. This is you really are wrong. Okay, that's how it goes here. This is stronger, okay? This is a stronger X. There you go. Then this one. Okay, makes sense? You got it. Nibbity in the house says, Phil is in Goron City. Okay, I'll hit it for you. Phil is in Goron City. Who knows how long it will take you to remove the boulder block into Dongo's cavern? Alright, that's a half. Shout outs to the Gorons out there. Vike says he needs a time off, beg before and after lore dive. We need a time off before and after lore dive. Well, let's see what Vikes thinks. See, I'm kind of with you on this one because it's not that interesting. It's just the same thing over and over again. If there's one thing I've learned over my time of doing lore streams is that it's better when there's a storyline, like from beginning to end, things change. If you just show every time he did this thing, there's some value there, but it's not as interesting. So if I just did the before day off and after day off begging, I think it would be Groundhog Day. But you never know. We do get you do get nuggets of gold from that, though. Excuse me, gold dust from that sometimes when you're panning hard enough. But okay, let's get to A, theory from the wild. This goes to by the name of Anonymous. Go ahead, Anonymous.
Ohayo gozaimasu, Oji-chan. Yeah.
Okay. Early start, I see. Go ahead.
I mean, let's say it is Linda. I mean, say she did pass. That sucks. Anyone losing a parent, never wants
Can you turn off your vacuum, Anonymous?
to lose a parent. But this guy, man, he's just the worst. His dad wants to be in his life, sending him unsolicited fish
Can you tell Kat to stop vacuuming while you do your message? It takes less than a minute.
pics and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, man, why
Yeah, I am speeding it up.
is he sending me this? It's like, dude.
If your message is more than a minute, I do automatically 1.5 speed. That's just a rule. Station rule.
Well, yeah, we all come from, different homes, Some have both parents, some, just have one. Some are more broken than others. But it's like, dude, like if their parents are actually making an effort, you got to do your part too, man. You can't just leave them hanging. And that's what this guy does on a daily. I mean, yeah, he gets QVC meals and stuff, from QVC, but it's like, that's all that counts. And that's one of the biggest things that pisses me off about this guy. But, that's just me.
There you go. And Anonymous, if you're still here, Vacuuming Anonymous, which I shall call you from now on. I do have some videos to prepare for us about Philip's interactions with his parents and how he talks about his parents. Because I know there's some of you out there that might be beginning to feel bad, right? And that is totally fine to feel bad for another human being if something bad happened. We don't know what happened, but if that happened, it was bad, right? And it does a bad thing to happen to anybody. But there's a lot of situations in which Philip has treated his parents like absolute shit. And I have a few of those on deck for us today. Next up, we have the one, the only, Joey Rivera. Now, this guy's from Jersey. Come on.
It's Joey Rivera. I think Kat finally keeled over when she was trying to cook the barbecue, and he just moved her head out of the oven, and he's trying to clean up the house so he can move on with his life.
Get out of here, Joey. Kenny B, go. Get out of here. What are you doing? I'm trying to stream here. Joey, get the fuck out of here.
My guess is it's cat related. I don't think it's anything major. I think she just got really mad and forced him to get off the internet for a couple days. If it was anything else, I believe he'd try to monetize it, even if it's like his parents dying or back taxes or anything like that. He'd try to make a quick buck, but something like that he'd probably see as a detractor win. All right, bye. ALT's old.
Okay, you're going so good till that ending. Okay, so cat related is Kenny B saying, of course, Catherine's I think our second highest chance thing, something that would be something that he would never say a word about. He will call Catherine's cooking bad. He will call Catherine breaking everything. He will say she can't do everything. She can't even pick up the Amazon deliveries. But yet, there is some things that Philip will not talk about when it comes to Catherine for fear of being made fun of. And I think, pretending he didn't release the DMs, of course, but I think her being sick for some reason is something like that. Is one of those things he wouldn't say a word about, right? Scrotus Tickler says ALT is 7 years older than DSP. That is not true. Very famously younger than DSP. Thank you. Spitfire01 says, what if his parents came to visit him? Ooh. Now that is a theory I have not heard thrown around. However, we do need to remember that they're too old, right? And he said many times they're too old for that, which doesn't mean it's true, but it means he actually, now that I say it, that doesn't mean shit. They might be very ready and able to go travel, and he just said they can't, so people don't ask about it. Now you got me thinking, Spitfire01. Now you got me thinking, Spitfire01. All right, so I'll add this as an addendum to the... Okay, so parents visiting him. Okay, how about that? And I'll add that there. I think that's worth it. I think that's worthy of a note, so we don't forget that one. Big ups to Mr. Extravagant. It says, do we know Kat is with him? If he is out of town, I'm thinking Kat is chilling at the Snore Fort with 3 pints of ice cream and loving it. I imagine, well, you know how Philip talks about Catherine. He would just put up, make sure the refrigerator is filled with Costco stuff and say, all right, see you later, Kat. And that's it. Leave a water, That's what he would talk about it like, I'm saying, right? He definitely would talk about it like that. Tom Edwards says he's held by ICE as he's an undocumented Italian. True, could be. Bob Starsky, go.
Hello. I think Phil has got someone to come over to fix his garbage disposal because he tried to put Jasper down it because Jasper's dead, vomited one too many times for his attention. He was like, you know what? Fuck this. And then he poisoned him and poison in his food. Fuck you, Jasper. Sprayed him. Dead. Garbage disposal. And then fucked it up. Just like, no, I did nothing wrong.
I like when he says, what? Yeah, no, that's not true. I'll give you this, rightfully so. There we go. All right. Next up, we got Jack Tange, who says, it time speculate Linda ain't gone because he would beg crazy. Funerals are the ultimate internet money grab. And yes, now, Jack Tange, you got to remember that Philip thinks that if something like that is announced, he believes that trolls will, let's say, make sure the funeral doesn't go off without a hitch. So he would not share that until afterwards, is what I'm saying about that. Matter of factly as I can. What would happen is he would not say it before, he would say it after. Because remember what he said about Leanna's wedding? Trolls were going to ruin that, so he didn't go. They had to play Fall Out 4, though, so you know how that goes. Shiny Teeth says, what if Phil's in CT but Cat's still in the snort fort with the pets? Assuming the HOA theory isn't what's going on. Now, that's a very possible theory. That could very well be. Those are the kind of details that we won't know unless he talks about it when he gets back, but that's very possible. I could see Phil going alone, right? I think that you would want her to go, but maybe she's just watching Jasper and that's it. We need someone to watch Jasper. You know what I mean? But it's 4 days, man. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It could be. Could be. Wallyap says, we have no proof DSP made that tweet. There are no words, all in caps, which is highly unlikely. Ooh, okay. Now, Wallyap. Does this look like a DSP tweet? I say yes. Now, the reason I say that is because the exclamation point at the end, oddly positive, right? That's it. The only one exclamation point. Run-on sentence as well. All. Yeah, how many people are using all at the beginning, guys? Yeah, Wallyap, I'm going to give you the soft X. Soft, though. Because how many people are starting to fucking tweet with all, right? I mean, that's a rare breed. That's a rare fucking breed. Tang! Tangy Tang. Go, Tang.
All right, Slim, it's like this. I don't think our boy would let his mom pass away without catastrophic begging, similar to if he needed to get a job. So I think the same reason that you were debunking that Phil got a job can be applied to his mother dying. Because if she was dying, a funeral is like the best way to get money on the internet. ALT is young.
Oh, correct. So, interestingly, timing of these, it's the way to get money is a funeral online. That is true, but I just think, again, I want to say, I think he's going to do it at the end. Ooh, Light Coon 1988 says, search his tweets for understanding. He did almost the same tweet 1-to-1 in 2019 as well. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. We're going to search for it. Understanding has been requested to put into my magical device where I can find out. Okay. So that is understanding. That's here. Oh, yeah, guys, go. Come on, guys. Oh, get out of here, options. I need a better setup for that. I need a hyperfixating stream scene. So look, official update. Smart Guys delayed until Thursday night, and I may not. I will update you all in the morning. So thanks for your understanding. That's not even the one the person wanted us to look at. They said 2011. So let's go down to 2011. I appreciate everyone's understanding. Big update, everyone. Let me get my Twitter view up. You can see better too. Okay. Here we go. Thanks everyone for understanding about my voice today. Rip to the Queen. I certainly have limited to no understanding of how all this royal stuff works from being an American, but I don't think anybody would dispute the fact that she was a truly classy lady. Oh, thank you, Philip. That means so much to everyone. This means so much to everyone in the United Kingdom. Thank you so much for that, Philip. I know I'm going down to 2019, guys. Hold on, I got to scroll down. I'm just looking for anything else. Relax. Thanks to everyone for understanding why I needed to make changes to my Twitter, just like I did my YouTube video comments years ago. Providing a space for toxic hate is counterproductive to who I am as a person and a creator. Keep those likes, retweets going, and thank you. I love you guys. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool tweet. Oh, my bad. I said 2011. Okay. Okay. 2019 is what I meant. That's what I was saying mentally. So when I say something mentally, it's just exactly... You guys need to understand my mental state as well. Not just what I say with my words. Here it is. So due to unforeseen circumstances... I'm currently running behind today. Tonight's micro stream will happen, but it'll be later than the usual start. That's not it, is it? Thanks for understanding. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now let's bring it up for the comparison shot. Let's bring it up to the comparison shot. Ready? Today's Phoenix Wright may start a bit late. Okay, it's a little bit different, but yet it does start with the all and end with the thanks for the understanding and the uppercase. I will update you on the start time, but it'll be around. Sorry for the delay and thanks for understanding. It's him. I think we can put that to bed. Not that it was like a big thing, but I think we can put that to bed. But you know what's going to be funnier? If you just search for this word. Watch this. I'm looking for all the alls, but oh no, there's not that much all actually. Anyways, okay, well there we go. I think we all can agree it is his tweet. Okay, debunked, but good guess, good guess, good guess. Yona Hall says, worth checking. Right, worth checking for sure. Yona Hall says, he did go to CT, but not for health reasons. Linda grounded him. 10-year plan is now 6 years, forcing him to get a job or lose inheritance. I don't know. I think Linda would have done that by now. Down Forward Punch says, maybe Phil and Kat are visiting Slayer in Singapore and getting an exclusive tour of the glue factory. All right. Astro says, Hybrid Style Theory. Oh, that's my favorite Linkin Park album. Hybrid Style Theory. Kat left him due to an argument surrounding the messed up mac and cheese and the Panda Lee pregnancy. That's a little bit... I enjoy the hybrid nature of it. Hybrid style nature of it. But yeah. Big ups to... Let's actually go to our next message here. So here we go. Next up, I don't know who this is. 10 seconds. Go!
ALT says not old. Then he goes and references the Ultima games. How was it like living in the Bronze Age, old man?
Okay, listen. Ultima is a game that transcends age. Users of all age love Ultima, Kaiser, Augustus, the fourth, or the third, or whatever you are. So that does not reveal my age. It just means that I know of the history of gaming. Maybe that's something you need to work on as well. Work on your history lessons. Because if you don't know the history, you are doomed to repeat it. Just knowing Ultima does not make someone an old. It means they're a legend. No, I get the point. Super Chuffer, go!
Big up, Super Chuffer. Have you considered that he might just have something on his face, like a really big boil or something from picking his eye and his ear, like big red eye, like big sore on his face? And it's going to clear up, but it's going to take a few days. All right, you be good. If you can't be good, you're naughty.
I won't X that. I'm not gonna X that. Hell no. Because it's a funny enough thought. I like when they're funny and possible. And that is possible. What if he had a big, as you do, you get a huge zit or something somewhere. It's not going down. It's one of those guys that refuses to lose. Then what? No, he would just say it. Honestly, I don't think that's true. My honest take on that, Super Chuffer, is he would just say it. As you guys can see, I got this huge zit on my face. Anyways, got a stream. That kind of thing. Tony T in the house says, another thing. After the sleeve surgery, you're not supposed to drive for a while because you're prone to extreme lightheadedness. So that would mean Cat can't go to work, I guess? But he would drive her to work. He's done that before. But something there. Okay. He already doesn't drive that much, so it's not that big a deal, right? He only, drives once a week at best? DoorDashes everything else? What do you need? Comrade Alex says he hit and killed someone in his car outside Costco. So he is in custody, so he can't beg for bail, as he no longer has his phone. So phoned Kat, but her fat fingers couldn't press 1 to accept the call. Man, it's really believable. Thank you, Comrade Alex. Reno Ryan wants to chime in. Go.
Hey, LT, I definitely think it is something health-related, either with himself or Kat or his parents. Probably his parents, because he's probably in Connecticut. Like you said yesterday, his tweet was mid-morning when he would probably be just waking up, so that makes the most sense to me. If it's not that, then for sure Indrid is at his house and they're just having too much fun. That's my theory. Have a good one.
Oh my God, scandalous. Philip wouldn't know what to do with that firecracker. He wouldn't want to do anything. That's the thing. He wouldn't want to do anything. Like, want to check out the Nook? I don't know. Usually girls that I live with just stay downstairs. Do you want to do that too, Indrid? That was a funny thought, though. In jail, Philip's in jail. It's like, all right, you get one phone call. Can I post up on YouTube instead? I don't give a shit what you do, but you got one action. Okay, well, I'll do a YouTube post. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I am unable to stream today. From the jail cell. Scoot Towwalker in the house says, I have a theory fever dream that Cat removes every cable from every electronic in the studio, throws them about the house, and leaves without a word. That would be funny. But again, I'm not sure she is that much of a go-getter, if you know what I'm saying, to make that happen, right? Funny thought, though. I like Sam's idea. Oh, Sam. Where are you, Sam? Come back, Sam! Where are you? Son of a bitch, it's been too long since I've heard your voice, seen your face. Sucked your... Oh, something else. Anyways, no. But Sam used to say the funniest thing you could do is if you were in DSP's house is to do cable management throughout the whole office. Don't touch anything else, then leave. That'd be the funniest thing. Yeah, it's wild that some people don't know who Sam is. I know that's a joke for some, but I'm sure there's some people out there that don't know who Sam is, which is sad, right? That's a sad thought. All right, no more sad thoughts, all right? Come on! Pick it up. We're not here to feel. We're not here to be emotional. God damn it. Take me back. I want to go back. I just want to go back here. Oh, not there. I meant that being said. Okay. Big Stinky Gaming in the house says, theory, he realized he only ever loved Panda and went on a romantic journey to win her back. I don't think so. I don't think that would happen either. I think Leanna is in a great spot. Great spot. Who knows? But I hope. That's my headcanon. She's going to be the most successful person of all time. Right? Okay. Mario Faker sent me this, and I'm gonna put you on the spot here. How is this? I'd never seen this before. How old is this? I know it's not. I mean, you can tell it's not him. When is this from? Unless it's a Photoshop, but the text is not that bad. When is this from? I don't remember this. I know it's old. It looks old. I'll say that, but. Mario Faker, you have to answer now. I'll ask him in the DM. It's not me. I'm not Philip Burnell. Who the hell is this? Oh, yeah, you are. We know all about you and your incident. Get in the cell. You know, the cops don't really know who it is, but they know it's like kind of like him. Oh, we've heard all about you, Philip Burnell. Scamming your dents. Scamming your parents. Oh, you're locked up for a long time, Philip Burnell. But it's not me. Who is Philip Burnell? I don't even know who you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to want to pull soon, too. Well, the only pulling you're going to do here is the soap out of your own ass, Phil. That's a good fanfic. All right, anyways. Mario Faker says this one is from someone on Twitter he doesn't know. So recently? What is that from? It's funny, though. Mickey Thor says, high school reunion took Linda as his date. Instead of Catherine, he would not go to his high school reunion. You know, that's a bad scene for him. If he had a normal upbringing, I wouldn't hit that. But I probably would. You know. Spitfire, I mean, he probably would go if he was normal upbringing. He never would go in his current upbringing, right? And it has been 25 years, but you always think you want to go to those, by the way, but I just, you know, it's like a hassle. Everything's a hassle, you know? It's like, do I want to go? No. I didn't go to my reunion. But, like, I think I should have, but I didn't. It's like, oh, it's a hassle. It's a hassle. That's probably worth it if you go, but yet it's a hassle. You know what I'm saying? You know? Anyways, Spitfire01 says, wanted to give credit to Hawk99 Fur Parents Visit Theory. Thanks, Oos. Big ups. That is true. Good, great theory. We added that to the list today. My 25-year anniversary has not happened. I was talking about my 10-year anniversary. Nice try, but not going to happen. No, my 10-year anniversary, I didn't go. There was one time I was in Japan. Which one was that, though? I don't remember. But I was in Japan for one, and that was easy, right? But can you imagine doing a high school reunion before social media? Like, that would be a trip, right? That's like, holy shit, man. You're a senator now? You know, that kind of stuff. You wouldn't know anything, you know? Holy shit, man. That's awesome. You, like, literally, you know, like, you wouldn't know anything about anybody. Now there's like, you know everything, you know, and you stalk the people you want to keep tabs on, right? I mean, that's simple. DAA question says, I think it's an emergency surgery. All right, I'm not knocking that. Very possible due to things. Possibilities that could exist. That is one of them. It could be for many things. Many things. King Eagle says, you stalk people you want to what? No, you want to keep up on, right? How they turn out. You keep those, you know, you don't unfollow people, right? I mean, come on. Guido the Green says, methinks they told him they didn't know how long the internet would be down and he couldn't stream, so he flew out to Connecticut. Anything else he would be begging by now. No, okay. Let me hit this first, okay? I got an explanation though, Guido. I got an explanation, a great one. So why is that not possible? Why is that not debunking? Philip can never, ever, ever do something spontaneous as that. That's so many levels too spontaneous for him. Just calling and getting a flight that day? What are you, nuts? You got to sit on those tickets. That's just how he operates. You know what I mean? So this was from... Here's the tweet. Big ups Mario Faker for sending the actual tweet. We do have the actual tweet with the Philip Burnell. And from 2019, Wolf Cario Charlotte says, on September 11th, 2019, he says, thoughts? DSP responds and says, and responds with, well, I don't live in Beaumont, Texas, and that's not how you spell my name, but I do want to know how you got my old school ringer t-shirt. Oh, it's that, okay, the black, who would call it that? But okay, got it. It's the black ring, the shirt he used to have. Okay, there you go. That's what he's saying. Hilarious. And how is that spelled wrong? That's how I would spell it. Is it one L? Oh, that's dented. Philip is a two L situation, isn't it? Oh, one L. Come on. Get out of here. No, two L's. Philip is two L's. That's just how it works. Come on. Nonsense. That's a misspelling. Ohm says, during alarm visit, it was a mess, so HOA gave date it had to be cleaned by. Why he took 2 days off to clean and up at 8 a.m. It was still too messy, though. Entire house is getting bug bombed and clean. So that's adding a little bit more information to the HOA theory that Logan dropped on us yesterday. Okay, I'll keep this up because I think it's funny enough. People just tuning in will be like, what? Let's keep it up. Because some people, like, you know what will be funny is, people are just going through YouTube right now, and then in the recommended video on the right, they'll see this picture and flip the fuck out and then click this stream. We'll scam them. Keep it our secret, though. When new people come in, don't tell them about the scam. I'm telling you guys because you're here now, but they won't know. Big ups Brackman High Five, who says, maybe he won, oh god, now I gotta move my fill up. Maybe he won the WWE Champions Lottery and he is traveling to the country forming a sinister six of lol cows. Anybody have eyes on Cyrax or Nova? I like how you said anybody have eyes on. That's the best. Anybody have eyes on him? Anyone got eyes on Rax? Anyone got eyes on Wings? What do you got? Oh, you hear about Boogie? Oh, Indrid got the eyes on Rax. Indrid, what should I call you? What's your nickname? Fallen Angel. Give us your update on Rax. And I'm saying Fallen Angel just because it's like emo name, a very common emo funny name. Fallen Angel, give me your 6 on Rax. That works perfectly, right? Eric Newton. By the way, I say Fallen Angel. This is some lore, ALT lore. Whenever we go to concerts and stuff, whenever we see hot girls with tattoos, we would instantly, their name was Fallen Angel. And that's not a joke. And it still continues to this day, actually. And we'd say Operation Fallen Angel when we'd see hot girls and tattoos and say, oh, look, Operation Fallen Angel. You going? That's exactly what we do. That's exactly what we would do. And I don't care if it's cringe. That's exactly what would happen. We wouldn't say it to them. We'd say it to the bros. Damn, I'm not calling them Fallen Angel. I would say it to the bros while we're deciding our game plan. And by the way, we wouldn't make any move. It's just all hypotheticals. Real men live in hypotheticals. And then you never make the move. Eric Newton says, I think this is him trying to think he's felting the detractors by not streaming, so he can't be restreamed. You know what? That's crazy enough to have some merit. He is trying to show the world, okay, if that's the case, every single person that has ever streamed about DSP ever or made a video, what we need to do, this is just a joke, by the way, I'm not serious. What we need to do in this joke is everyone create a video about DSP in the next week or something to show that nothing slows down, even when he's gone. That's what we have to do. So we could say, how's that social experiment working out for you? That everyone's having more fun than ever, But yeah, I don't think that's true, by the way. I do not think that's true. But it's a good theory. I like it, nonetheless. Spoon Zero says, Gamer Unk is playing Rec Center pickup ball all week. I'm not pushing X on that. No, actually I am. Too much physical activity. That's not going to work. Too much physical activity. That will not work. Wild Tux Groom says, Windows 8 finally gave out on him. Ordered new PC. No, he has updated it by now. He has updated it by now, White Tux Groom. He has updated it by now. Go to the name of Rec. Go, Rec.
Mom, it was a trailer. A grandchild trailer.
I like that. Joke well delivered. Wreck. It was a trailer for a grandchild. A trailer. Oh, we have a message from Kat. I didn't expect to get that. Okay. Go ahead, Kat. What do you got? What do you got for us, Kat? Listen up. This is serious. Go ahead, Kat.
Hey. How y'all doing? It's me, Kate. Thanks for your concern, but I'm well fed.
Why did he start with the hey? It was funny. It made it way funnier, but hey. Hey, this is Kat. I know, Fat Albert. But it made it funnier. Big ups to Kat. Thank you so much for calling, Kat, by the way. Swaggy Davis Jr. wants to weigh in. Go ahead, Swaggy Davis Jr.
Big ups to the fellow young person, aka ALT.
Thank you.
I know you always get flack for being old and all that, but decided to throw some positivity towards you today.
Thank you.
Just have a quick kind of speculation on what could be going on. I believe it's a social experiment. It's one of those, the absence makes a heart grow fonder kind of thing. Like, I feel like Phil's using this as a way to make the Dents miss him a lot more and to realize, man, you see what happens when I'm gone? You guys have nothing without me, and I feel like that's pretty much what it is right there. He's just doing this so that way the Dents can miss him more, and then when
Okay, I'm going to do this real quick. I'll explain it afterwards. Continue, though.
he does come back, they're just going to be throwing all this money at him instead of it being OIC in their numerous sock accounts, you know. But that's just my speculation right there. Not saying that he can pull off something like that because, you know, you see what happened with the Keno Casino quote-unquote master plan kind of thing right there. That pretty much backfired on him. But yeah, that is my thoughts right there. So yeah, big ups, and yeah, just keep on rolling.
Okay, so Swaggy Davis Jr., why I don't agree with that theory, and a lot of people have already said it. I think, okay, while that idea, that was Triple P's idea, by the way. He said if you take time off, I'm trying to find it here, actually. Let me see if I can, I can't know how to search for it exactly. It's not fans. He says something about take time off. Let's see if I can find it. No, see, there's no time off. Yeah, here you go. Perfect, found it. You should take time off if you can. 6 days is too much. Twitter view doesn't work. Twitch, 6 days is too much. People can't miss you if you never go away. You do a lot of hours, and just saying Kick does pay hourly if you get partner and they just triple the rates. I know, man. I told her that if things keep going as well as it did in August when I got that huge boost, we could do more stuff and spend more time together. And at first, she actually got angry with me because she was like, don't get our hopes up over something that will never happen. Wow. That's sad, isn't it? That's fucking sad. That means, right? That means that he said that many times, right? Many times he said to Catherine, you know, yeah, next week we can, we go to the zoo next weekend. Yeah, if we keep this going, we can go, yeah, if things go well like they did today. Look, I got $400 today, Catherine. If it goes like that again for a week, we can go. So she knows. Because she was like, don't get our hopes up over something that'll never happen. And now over September stuff definitely dropped a bunch without you guys to do collabs with. But I did somehow manage to maintain above where I was on my own. If we keep working together, then the sky's the limit. But I cannot go all out and go full heel when my wife is going fully religious because of this awful stuff. FY, this is not like terminal stuff. But we've been trying everything, and so far it has not been positive results. So yeah, we are stuck. All right? The sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. I think he did say something about there was like treatment or surgery or something. Surgery. I can't remember it. But there you go. So Triple P did say, hey, maybe if you take more time off, people will miss you more. Well, why that's a problem, why Philip didn't do it and will never do it, is because he's scared of not being there. He always wants to be a constant presence in his fan's life, and not like the kind where like I want you thinking about me. I literally want to be on stream as much as possible so you don't have anything else to do, right? And again, it's not some kind of big plan he has. It's because he has that narcissistic need for having attention all the time. So he's very scared to say bye to that, right? And I don't think he'd do that just for a op or a social experiment. This is too expensive of a social experiment now at this point, guys. Social experiments are when he didn't beg for a single pre-stream and one day stream. That was a social experiment. A single thing that loses him, at most, some money, right? Not even all the money, because people still did donate. So, I don't think I don't think he's that forward-thinking, number one. I don't think he's willing to spend this much for a social experiment, right? I don't think so. And if one stream is slow, he freaks the fuck out. So now he's had how many streams now of 0? Can you imagine where his headspace is at? You know? So. Commander Keen says, he decided Pokemon cards will save the business, and he's taken a week off to routinely check the vending machines for stock. If you said wrestling cards, I would have given you a smaller buzz, but you chose not to. You chose to break the law. No, just kidding. Big Beppo says, Indrid is downstairs crying. I can neither confirm nor deny, but I can see what Ashton thinks of it. What is DSP doing right now? Ashton, go.
He's seething.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. John Lavo says, the buzzer, he's not getting enough of it. All right. Magic Short Bus says, chances Dents find a new home while he's away. Little to none for most, but there might be some that decide to go. You know what I mean? But I doubt it. They found their place. Right? Ahsoka says, what are the Kino Casino takes on this? Well, Kino Casino streamed on Monday, and they just said that the thing we played on that being said, that really kind of direct takedown of DSP's success rant, where Triple P says he's 40 years old, crying over a video game. He can't 2 days off is too long for him, that kind of stuff. And I think that's the last thing they've said on the matter. In my mind, if anyone knows more, though, I'd like to hear. Matt Ice says, I thought his parents were too old, too frail to fly. I'd like to submit a meme theory, if you will. He went to Total Wine and is still waiting in line. That's funny, though. That was your intention. I know it. Okay, Big Guy wants to add a theory to the mix. Well, I don't know what he's saying, actually, but here we go.
So I think I figured it out.
Go ahead.
We know Kat's a weeaboo.
Yes.
We know she wants to go to Japan.
Yes.
We know Phil likes gambling. And we know there's this new horse racing game that just became popular called Uma Musume. So Phil took Kat to Japan so she can run in the horse races, and he can bet on the races. It makes perfect sense.
Okay. Well, there's only one person I know that will definitely know all of the Uma Musume lore, and that is Snood. He's not here right now. Obviously, he's doing Uma Musume. He's addicted, and that's all he can do. And he's taking his dates out to do Uma Musume stuff. So I don't have Snood here with me to ask, but that could be. Okay, TJ Gamebox, can you get on the Uma Musume train? Because we need to get the information about Uma Musume. That is so ridiculous, by the way. So ridiculous, Uma Musume. It's okay. So if you don't know what Uma Musume is, it is a horse racing game that you might have seen at Dave & Buster's in America before, where you literally just train a horse and you don't really do the race. You just like feed them and decide their training and like decide what they eat and stuff, and then you just watch the race. That's what you do. And it's not a gacha game in the arcades, but you kind of get a card with them on it, and you can take it with them and stuff, and it's kind of fun. But Uma Musume is that literally, if it's just you don't have horses though, they're girls, right? They're like, I think they're idols, like singers and stuff, not famous ones but just random singers. So imagine you're the company making that, and some guy has this idea. He's like, all right, listen, the horse thing. It's going okay, but we need to get in the younger market. They spend more money. What do you want to do, boss? The boss is like, I don't know what the fuck to do. We make horse games. And then one fucking genius says, what if the horses were chicks? And then the world stops in the meeting. And everyone looks at that guy and says, what the fuck did you just say? I said, listen. What if the horses were girls? It's like, I think you just might be a genius. Get in here. Make it happen now. No, but it does work. It's a meme. But there's so many tries at memes that don't work. You never know what memes do work, but that one definitely has worked. I think what if the blank were actually cute girls like half of Japanese culture? Not gonna lie. Not gonna disagree with you there. I've seen enough pachinko machines in my life to know what the main theme always seems to be in some way. You know what I mean? Bad Dragon in the house says Goon World Order. That's GWO. The GWO in the house. Big ups. That's the horse way. That's the horse neighing of the girls. It works. Nerd Brew says, the Klarna loan sharks got him. Now he's tied up. What does Uma Musume actually mean? It means horse princess or horse girl. Musume can mean a lot of things. Big ups to Mr. Matt, who says, I'm not playing Uma Musume ever on this stream, Amanda. That will never be a thing I play. I am sorry. There are lines that even I cannot cross. And you might have thought there weren't lines, but I promise you they are there. And they are thick! No, I can't play Uma Musume. I cannot do it. I think Chu that would be the divorce line for Chu, maybe. She just would think it's too nerdy. And she has limits. Mr. Matt says, big ups for keeping us going through this dry streak. Also, Phil's mom really died. We will never hear the end of it. It will become a shield forever. And yes, it will. Yes, it will. And do want to say, everyone's parents dying is a very sad act, a very sad thing. But he would make sure everyone knows about it for a while. Let's just put it that way. He would make sure he puts it there, you know. Next up, we have the one, the only, the Sir.
What's up, Chief Oldtimer? It's the guy, Sir Almighty 101738 here.
Oh, whoa. We got one. We got another one. Big ups. The one, the only. Let me make sure I got this going here. Go ahead, sir.
I'm here to break the news about why Dave's been missing.
Uh-oh.
What was supposed to be a normal style trip to the doctor for Cat, obviously, turned out to be a botched lobotomy. So now he's nursing her back to health. But it doesn't work that way. Sorry to break the bad news. Bye.
Well, I have to hit this. I have to hit it, you know, but nonetheless, it was a good theory. Big ups to Sir Tev. Sir Tevin. All right, let's get to another one. Sir Tev, the king himself. Crample Smarf in the house. Go.
Hey, Pappy. It's Crample Smarf. I'm thinking now that DSP and...
Are you at the Unicorn right now? Call me on my personal. Don't call the phone. Just do the personal messages. Come on. Go ahead.
Hey, Pappy. It's Crample Smarf. I'm thinking now that DSP and Kat have joined Scientology. So DSP is now hanging out with Tom Cruise doing totally not gay stuff.
Oh.
And, yeah, Kat's working for like $5 an hour. So, what do you think about this? I'll be over with your old person's medication as soon as I get done with work.
Damn it. Oddly seductive, Crample Smarf. That's not allowed. Damn. I don't think that's true, by the way. Yeah, Remy, it is the third day, and yes, something definitely has happened. Okay, let's take a break from the theories for a minute, and let's go to some of the things I have prepared for us here. So, this one, I think, deserves a play, doesn't it? Let's see how long it takes people to understand what this video might be about, all right? Anyone recognize it yet? Let's play it for a minute or two, and I bet you'll get it. It's May 23rd, 2023. This is Lou Bega. Yes.
Now you're confusing me, Thirsty, because I read exactly word for word what you said.
Gout Tracy, good.
So the Alchemist, no, I didn't even know that my dad had been fishing recently. He just sent me this unsolicited fish pic today. Do you guys ever get unsolicited fish pics from your dad like this? He just sent me a fish. He's like, here you go. I caught this morning. I'm like, oh. And I asked him, what are you going to do with it? He said, I threw it back. It's a rainbow trout he caught. You ever just get unsolicited fish pics? How should you take unsolicited fish pics? Are they allowed? In modern society, you got to ask these questions. Are unsolicited fish pics allowed? Or is this actually also offensive? Right?
There's a single comment left in this video, and it says, when Phil brought up the guy kneeling down and punching him in the ball... What? There was a different comment there, I promise. Oh, anyways, I'll read it now. Too late. Tesco, I was literally crying laughing. You are funny as hell, man. Yeah, oh God, he's funny as hell.
What do you guys think? I want your opinions on this. Is
this
this
a
allowed?
different video. I'll wait. There was one great comment.
It's allowed, you think so?
Video.
Unsolicited fish pics? Hyper says, no, I'd probably be offended. Wow.
Yeah.
Send him my Bassmaster videos? I probably should, but he wouldn't watch them anyway. Every time I ever sent my parents photos or video, they have no idea how to view it. I'm serious. I did. My dad had no idea I was going to show that tonight, and I've now shown it several times. So he'll get a kick out of knowing that I told him that I put this fish pic up tonight a lot. He'll like that. So, there you go.
There you go. What do you do when your dad sends you a picture of a fish he caught? What do you do? What am I supposed to do with that? Wow, man. What am I supposed to do with that? Unsolicited fish pic. Pretty fucking cool, man. Pretty cool. Dad says something they're into, and what does Philip do? What do I do with this? Huh? And yeah, his dad is on LinkedIn. He knows exactly how to use YouTube. I mean, come on. If using YouTube is our barometer for how if people can survive or not, I mean, like, when was the last time Philip showed them a picture or video then, is my question, right? Because, like, use a fucking, just click a link, and it kind of takes care of itself after that, right? Anyways. Boat Night in the house says, it's obvious what's happening. Subway hired DSP as their spokesperson since he's popular on their X. They're filming a commercial in Pete Subs right now. That's one I could get behind. What if he was signed to a contract by Subway because he's been on their social media so much? They offered him a lifetime contract, and he doesn't have to stream anymore. He's just going to be the sole spokesperson of Subway. That's why he had to go back to Connecticut. Oh my God. I'm not hitting the buzzer. What are you, nuts? King Be Cruel? That's very possible. Of course I got this video ready, too. Of course I got this video ready. You know that. Triple T, go.
The reason he's been gone for 5 days is he's driving to Sonic and back. It was 6 miles away. It does take a while.
I like that idea. Philip tried to finally drive to get the food he usually DoorDashes and is still lost. I like that. That's a winner. I need a winner theory sound as well. What do I got? My eye just keeps going to CoverGirl. I don't know why. Good theory, Triple T. We love this. Come on. Hell yeah, Triple T. Triple T dropped it. Triple T. Triple T. Alright, I'll stop. Good theory now gets that treatment. If it's funny enough. Yeah, that's the cutoff line. Get out of here, confetti. La Modica says, I really enjoyed the non-Phil streams. I hope he never comes back. I feel bad Snoot is on vacation. Can Indrid join one day? Definitely. And well, I'll definitely be joining Indrid for sure on Thursday, tomorrow in some capacity. So where the streams will not stop on the tractor beam side of things. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll do something. Big ups to you. We're back. God damn it. So this what now I'm gonna show you it. Yeah, you're not gonna believe it, but I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna screen drop enough so you can see it. Oh god, I forgot to turn on my multi-stream. All right, kick started now. So I'm gonna show you now. So I'm gonna show you. Oh, this is my wallpaper background. This was here we go. So if you got any, this was the closest vending machine to to my house. When I lived in Japan, right here, this is my wallpaper of my main computer. This is like under the vending machine. And it was just a cool picture I took on, I forget the exact time, but I always just had it and I always keep that. I always use it as my wallpaper. Anyways, as you can see, guys, 30 frames, CPU 3.2%, live for an hour and 10 minutes, 8,000 kilobits, 0 drop frames, 0.0. Let me say it again. 0.0. All right? So, deal with it. And I'm showing you it's today. So there you go. That's my proof it's today. So you can't even say I used a different day. So fuck off. Robert Williams says, it really does show how much nothing content the guy makes when it's more fun just making up reasons why he's gone and not watching the podcast. Yes. It is more fun because sometimes when we get the streak of like the pre-streams that are nothing, it gets tough. I'm loving this. I also hope it doesn't end, but at some point we do have to change topics. We can't endlessly be why he's gone on like, all right guys, it's the 10th month of him being gone. So what do we got? Okay, so right now, our most probable theory is alien invasion that only chose him. What are we at now? What do you think on that? All right, I'll take in your calls. Go ahead. All right, guys. Yeah, we're on day 1,620 now. And we are... So far, we still don't know what happened. Big Beppo says... The truth is that Raw Phil needed a vacation. That could be Raw Phil, DSP working together. Could that be they're both together? Wait. What if the person on the right is Raw Phil? And the Raw meant the way he prefers to receive it. Oh my God. He is not Raw Phil. He enjoys Phil Raw. No. Oh my God. It's all coming together. Oh my God. This is not going to work. It's not streamed down. Oh my God. I hear knocking at my door. Oh my God. I'll stop. That's what happens when you go too long with these crazy theories. Fictitious says, you're getting good at doctoring those OBS screenshots. Yes, I can do it in real time now, actually. That's the best. Just kidding. Ralphie would never do that. Never. I refuse to believe that one. Here you go. Delayed, but here. There you go. Lil Ralphie in the house again. Go ahead.
No Hogan's bar joke today.
Okay.
But
go ahead.
Ethan Ralph seems to have an unknown guest staying at his Mexican crack shack. Think of that as you will.
Ethan Ralph, a special guest at his Mexican crack shack? Oh, man, we can't handle all this. It's getting thicker. Ethan Ralph. Let me see if any news on his Twitter about this. He has a new senorita. Oh, okay. Well, the intrigue doesn't stop. There might be a senorita on the market right now. Oh God, he's doing those cringe tweets about like, okay, here, let's just go to Ethan Ralph's Twitter real quick. Just real quick. I'm not actually entertaining this. But he's doing those. It's unnerving to have a woman over your room and demand to start cleaning it while speaking in a foreign language. It's one of those good kinds of problems, though. That was only 29 minutes ago. 29 minutes ago. When did condoms become so fucking expensive? All right. What are we, in middle school? Come on, man. That is such a fucking 16-year-old thing to say, isn't it? Hey guys, when did condoms get so expensive? Cause I'm burning through these puppies. You guys got any cheaper way to buy them? Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do this. Anyone above the age of 18 can't be doing this. Man, I'm gonna go broke with my condom bill. I'm burning through these puppies. Come on, man. Don't do that on Twitter. The Drunken Cleric says, DSP's name is actually spelled with 2 L's, but Linda dropped her cigarette ash on the 1 L of the birth certificate, and they just went with it. Name lore. Interesting. Hate Armor says, I just go raw because I don't even have my size. Oh, in that case, what I recommend is you could use a wrapper from the Lifesavers thing. It works for me, and it probably work for you if you have the same problem, Hate Army. Just letting you know. They do work well. The foil is stronger than you think, so try to use one of those Lifesavers things. GBRC says, either Cat left him or he went to Connecticut. All fair. Nothing to say there. Can't break that. Cannot say anything against that, some gator. Excuse me. Can't say anything against that. The one, the only, the GBRC. What a king. There it is. All right, let's play this video now. Little break. Dipped out for a sec to watch two good friends get married. Unk's still gone, right? Yes, and you used Unk correctly. DSP is still gone. Okay, so here's the most recent thing. This is from 2 months ago. Philip talking about visiting his parents and why he didn't want to do that. I thought it was good for the evidence today, so I'd like to enter this into the evidence. Go.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan.
Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. I'm sorry to hear that. Someone says, thanks for making me feel good with your stream. Sadly, recently I've come to grips with my own parents' mortality. I know that your parents are up there in age like mine. My father recently had his first I've fallen and I can't get up moment. Yeah, it's sad.
This is such bait, by the way, whoever did that. I mean, who asked this?
I know that your parents are making me feel good with... I got the drip.
Who said this?
I'm sorry to hear that. Someone says, thanks for making me feel good with your stream. My father recently had his first I've fallen.
Let's see. Gouty Crystals in Ankle says...
And I can't get up moment. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? It's sad when your parents get older and they're just not like they used to. Like, no exaggeration. It sucks. I haven't seen my parents since 2019. The idea was I moved out here in 2014 and my parents were going to visit once a year or maybe once every other year. Okay. That was the whole point. Because I told them outright, I said, I want you guys to understand something. I don't want to go back to Connecticut. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really there. There's a zoo and there's Italian food and that's it. Like, if they come here, there's stuff to do, right? When you come to Seattle, there's all kinds of fun things. There's restaurants. There's all kinds of tourism. There's things to do here. For me to visit them in Connecticut, there's fucking nothing going on.
Except your parents being there?
Right? When you come to Seattle, there's all kinds of fun things. There's restaurants. There's all kinds of tourism. There's things to do here.
I remind you, this is 2 months ago, guys. So this is 2 months ago. I'm not showing you a clip from 18 years ago. 2 months ago, this was said. So I think, you know, my take is that it's the planned trip to see parents that got extended. That's my final take on it. What I'm thinking right now. If Linda was more sick than she really sick, do you think he's saying this stuff? I don't. I really don't. Even though I know he says some fucked up stuff, I don't think even in his mind he would say that. I don't think, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
There's all kinds of fun things. There's restaurants. There's all kinds of tourism. There's things to do here. For me to visit them in Connecticut, there's fucking nothing going on. It's boring, okay? And it's expensive, too. So that was the idea, is that they were going to come visit me maybe every year, every other year. You know what I'm saying? And then what ended up happening was basically
let me create a reality here.
They visited that first year for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then they visited in the summer of 2016.
That was when my dad painted everything for me and helped me put up pictures.
And then everything fell apart. My aunt.
Okay, so listen up for here. What fell apart exactly, which means you can't see your parents? Go ahead.
2016. And then everything fell apart. My aunt got ill. And so my parents had to basically be taking care of her constantly.
Mm-hmm.
She eventually passed away. Then their health both turned for the worse to the point where they can't travel. They basically are kind of like, not that they're completely homebound, but they
they're listen to
can't
this.
really do much.
They can't do much.
They can't. They outright told me there's no way we could fly out there. You know what I mean? To spend time with you, we just can't. So, you know, it's life. And I was like, damn, the whole plan fell apart from the get-go. You know, we were planning on this, just within 2 years, the whole thing stopped. So, you know.
He's not really saying much, right? He's just saying a lot of empty words here. So, yeah, 2 years ago, the plan, yeah, I mean, the world changed. I mean, it's not the same as it used to be. I mean, 2 years ago, I mean, wow, so much has changed. Yeah. Anyways, wow, everything's different. Yeah, just fell apart. And he's not really saying anything outside of that.
Sucks. What can you do? Right?
You can do a lot.
But
what are you
going
to do?
And it's not just them, too. I have other relatives and other friends and things that I hear about all the time. It's like, damn, this person passed away. Passed away? That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
They were, you know, young. They were vibrant. They were healthy. How did this person pass away out of nowhere?
I love the vibrant. People he hasn't seen in years, vibrant. What, from their Instagram photos? They look active?
The older you get, the more this
They're vibrant. They're even using vibrant filters. It's crazy.
Stuff hits you. And the more it hits you, the more you realize what's actually important in life. And that's when you mature up and you stop being an asshole. At least for me, that's exactly what happened. Like, I outright admit, when I was younger, I was an immature asshole. I was a troll. I was a jerk. I said and did irresponsible things. I didn't really give a fuck. And then as I got older and I realized I have limited time on this planet and I have limited time to spend with people on this planet, and there's people who are very near and dear.
Yeah, this is one of Sarah Barclay's blaze of glory when she went out. She was saying things like, you don't visit home for tourist attractions, you visit to see your loved ones. She was very hardcore ignored here, though.
To me, who I may not be able to see or do stuff with much longer, things hit me like a ton of bricks. I think it's time to change my life. It's time to change who I am as a person, as a creator. It's time to, you know, do things better for myself, for my family, and to basically not be an irresponsible douchebag only out
she's
for
on Kick
myself.
now? I don't think it's her, though.
For the rest of my life.
I don't think it's her, though, on Kick. I don't think it's her, though. Interesting. So this is a quick thing. A little bit of a field trip here. But YouTube just... Let's see this. Oh, so remember the YouTube shit about they're gonna stop doing shit, monetizing like low effort stuff, or like restreamers are gonna be in trouble, that whole thing? Well, this is here. And the following will not be eligible for monetization: reused or repurposed videos, copied content, low effort uploads, or fully AI generated videos. So that's the things that are not eligible for monetization anymore. So there you go. That's the 4 things. So reused or repurposed videos actually means you can't take, I'm sure what it's going to mean is that you can't take whole videos and then what? Put 10 other videos into one other video. That might be reused, but who knows what that means. And by the way, YouTube doesn't actually enforce half the shit they say. But no, Raw is not going anywhere. Raw is not going anywhere. Also, this is talking about videos, not live streams, which is a big difference, right? Low effort uploads is like, how you going to prove a low effort upload? What's that? You know what I mean? But yeah, it won't do anything. Nothing will change at all. No one's going to be affected by these changes. Literally, no one. No one that makes DSP stuff is what I mean. Some people will. I know there is such, if you ever want to go down a stupid rabbit hole, is if you get down the AI video creation rabbit hole, it's wild. It's AI making AI videos based on other AI videos, and you can find some stuff that's like They're saying stuff, but they're not like saying anything at the same time. I'm talking about like once you get down to like level 8 AI video. It's insane. But anyways, moving on. Yeah, that is intended for AI audiences. Absolutely. Boros says, Phil won the lottery and now he's taking time off to prep the lawsuits. I think actually if he won the lottery, he would absolutely not do anything against detractors because he'd have the ultimate one up. He doesn't need to sue anymore. He's already got the money. He's already successful and no one could take it away from him anymore. But yeah, I know you're joking. But big ups to Base Zeno, who says, hey, LT, if you were a horse, would you be a Caspian? Hold on, let me see. The Caspian is an Iranian breed of pony or small horse of Oriental type. Caspian, the breed, was rediscovered in 1965 by Iranian aristocrat in Tehran. I'll take it, unless there's a deeper meaning there. Caspian seemed pretty cool. Big ups to Base Zeno. Let's get to another theory. Oh, let's finish this though. What am I doing?
And a lot of people, I think, will come to that realization when they hit a certain age. For me, it was like the last 7 years of my life that basically this has happened. I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
But for a lot of people, it's just different things.
Okay, what does that mean?
Right, different things that hit them or whatever. But I also feel like that's why a lot of people on the internet don't have that level of self-awareness or that level of maturity because they're just not in that situation right now.
What?
Maybe if they were, all of a sudden their attitudes would change.
Oh,
but,
yeah. Because no one else has reached the level of maturity of Philip, they still make fun of people online. That's what he's saying here.
For me, I literally could not be someone who would be okay making a living being a disgusting, nasty person
yes.
to people all day, every day. Like, I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
I don't want. I could never live with constant drama, internet bullying. I couldn't do it.
Definitely.
Every once in a while, you want to joke around or whatever, but for me to do that seriously, it actually would hurt me inside, knowing what I know about the human condition. So, and call me different than others. I guess that's fine. But
oh yeah, call me different. Yeah, if you want to call me different and unique and the most special person on the internet, go ahead. If that makes you feel better, call me whatever you want. If you want to call me the most revolutionary, unique unicorn, pun intended, of a YouTube streamer online, just call me that. Would I call myself a hero? No. But in a very real sense, yes. I am a hero. That's what he's saying.
So, yeah, but I hear you. As we all get up in age, you see these things change around you. My God, this person is old and sick and passing away. What?
Okay.
Can't believe it. And then you realize, wait a minute, I'm 43 years old. Holy fuck.
Oh, yeah, life over. Life over, right? Why keep going?
Well, now that the entire mood of the stream has been completely ruined, let's talk about something else. Look, someone else tagged me in the chat. Quick, let's change the subject quickly, very quickly. What's the next subject for today?
Oh, here it was. Here's the comment I was thinking of. My bad. The comment I was thinking of last video is this one from Beard Rub Enjoyer. Great name, Beard Rub Enjoyer. It says, "This is officially the most unhinged thing I've ever heard," and I'll read it to you. It is, "My elderly, ailing parents can't travel, so I'll never see them again. This is how I've matured in life." Wow. Wow. That is what he said. Listen, I'm matured in life now. I can't go see him, though. It's in Connecticut. You ever seen Connecticut? What's there to do in Connecticut? What's wrong with go to Connecticut? But yes, I also do understand. Wow, people are dying all around me. I'm getting older. But listen, I'm not going to Connecticut. What's wrong with you? I think I'm going to Connecticut. Please. Okay, so I brought this up again. This is from 2 months ago. All right. I'm offering this without comment. Let's just watch this. And I want you, while watching, to think about a reaction that Philip had during a Minecraft stream in which someone known as Porkchop was killed. If you remember the reaction there, it was pretty emotional, to say the least. So, in this other game, I found a moment that I thought we could compare it to. All right, so here we go. This is from the one, the only Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and I think there are chicks here, so if you are married, be careful.
To bury my parents.
Never mind, just guys, they're cool.
And a bunch of mercenaries attacked me.
Huh.
And that's all I'll say.
Well, that was kind of heavy, actually.
This travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Oh, Baccarat, you're saying.
Aye.
Baccarat. Oh.
We'll get there.
Apart from them.
I've never played Baccarat. I don't know anything about Baccarat.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our Lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
What's up, every Elroy? This is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, this is the game that everyone wanted me to play for the longest time. So
it's coming. I went a little bit too far, but it's fine.
Now I'm playing it, and I'll probably give it some more time because we got massively deranged. I had like
right up
and see if
some good rock overhang we could all shelter under. If I'd found anything, we wouldn't have to get soaked.
So we got woken
Where the
up
fuck
by
is
a
it?
bit
I
of
put it
a
in the wrong
shower.
spot?
Yeah. Shower? I could still be wringing out my brays. It didn't look like it was going to rain.
It did to me, though. But you didn't want to listen to me.
Oh, here it is. What the fuck? I missed
now,
it.
shut it. None of your business.
Right here, right here. I don't know
Try
why you
that.
skipped it.
She's brave.
Here we go.
Nope, that's not what it meant.
Now, I think I found out why the moment happened. Now, listen. He says, this person says here, after it was raised to bury my parents and a bunch of mercenaries attacked me. Now, that to me, if we are crying about pork chop dying just because our parents are not doing well, you'd think that would have hit too, right? But I think he's not really listening. So we can't really compare it. However, this is literally saying they were going to bury his parents. Now, if we know a fake bird can send him into emotional state, why wouldn't this? But I think it's because he's not even listening.
Try
he's not paying
that.
attention, yeah.
She's brave.
Like I wasn't.
Nope, that's not what it
She
meant.
saved my life when I
Yeah.
went back to Scallis after it was raised to bury my parents.
Yeah, see?
And a bunch of mercenaries attacked.
Yeah, he's not hearing any of this. So there we go. Nothing burger for me. I'll take the L on that one. I thought it might be worth it, but I'll take the L. I'm happy to take the L if it comes to that. You know that. Always happy to take the L. Big ups Jericho, who says, his parents are perfectly capable of watching videos, but after watching a few of Philip's best work, I bet they mysteriously lost the ability. Yeah, he keeps sending videos to them. And then at the end he said, yeah, Philip, we can't get these to work. You know, he keeps sending timestamps. Check out this joke, Mom. It's a great one. Yeah, we can get those to work, Phil. No need to keep sending. We can't get them to work. Thank you. Uh-huh. Yep. We can't get those to work, unfortunately. Then he says, oh, I'll take a picture, though. Yeah, we can't get the pictures to work either. I don't know why. Our phone's broken. But no need. Thank you. Big up some Gator who says, we all know there is one reason to go back to Connecticut, not parents or a job. It's the zoo. Yeah, but he's not going there for the zoo. 5 days for a zoo? You think he's doing that? No chance. Too much income lost. But big ups, my friend. All right, next up, let's get to another theory here. Let's hyperfixate before I play that one. Thoreau Gulan.
A message from the government of Canada.
Hi, ALT. I'm Minister Thoreau Gulan, and I'm the Minister of Men 69ing Other Men. I'm looking for someone who goes by the name Snood. Have him meet me at the Unicorn Club in Seattle, Washington.
Wrong number. God, people calling the wrong number today. Thank you, Minister. Thank you, Minister. Thank you so much, Minister. I do love to get your calls. Misery Merchant, who has found Phil.
Phil, honey! What? Phil, confess!
funny you say that. I'm in Japan right now for my trip this year.
Japan!
I'm currently at the fucking pachinko stage.
Phil, stop!
I can't stop gambling, right? There's no reason to keep doing it. But the thing is, you get addicted to it. Oh, yeah, I want to keep playing. Maybe if I keep playing good, I'll win even bigger.
No.
Let me split. Let me double down. It's stupid, right? Absolutely stupid.
Phil, honey, I'm hungry. Phil!
Well, goes without saying, you earned it. Come on! Misery Merchant's giving us a real good theory here. Come on! Let your whole body talk. Come on. Good theory. Great theory. Philip would get stuck in that pachinko. No, I really don't know how anyone gets stuck in pachinko. It's very interesting. It's just very mindless. I don't know how anyone gets behind it, but there are people that like it, and they're not all older dudes. 20-year-olds get stuck in that. People get stuck in that shit. You can't break out of it. Mechanic Drew says, my girl took me to the Unicorn 14 years ago when I just got out of prison. The atmosphere is very odd, but the food was bomb. They all thought this big black man was foe. I love updates from Mechanic Drew. Mechanic Drew has been there. Damn. The Unicorn. All this lore. It comes... we found it yesterday, the Unicorn, and now we're finding all these pieces of a puzzle that come together. And the key was always the Unicorn. And we just didn't know it. We just didn't know it yet. I think we're getting close to something. Here it is. Here is the Unicorn. Get out of here, options. And the narwhal below is what we're looking for. What we're looking for. Okay. One small thing someone pointed out that was interesting, that I thought it was worth checking out, is when at the end of this stream, this is a really small thing, but what else we got to do? At the end of this stream, Philip says the following. It says, hold on, wait for the fucking thing to... When he's about to finish, he does very confidently say, I hope to come back refreshed on Monday. And if the fucking chat would load, I could show you. Come on, live chat replay. Oh, God, I'll refresh it. But he says, like, very confidently almost, that I'll see you on Monday. Now, this is not proof of anything, but it does kind of mean that maybe it was an extended, non-intentional, really was, out of nowhere, extension of the trip. I'll let it show you later. I promise it's there, though. Oh, there it is. Okay. Refreshed. It came up now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So here is the last
event,
moments.
Huh? Holy moly.
Last time he was seen.
So,
Jade says,
here's the deal, folks.
Can Bison Hat stay?
Tomorrow. I am not here tomorrow. I am not here Sunday. I want to remind you all, I'm not here for the next 2 days. I come back on Monday, hopefully refreshed and renewed, for Death Stranding 2.
So, as we know, Philip is a very horrible actor. I don't think there's any question in the DSP we are watching at this moment that he was going to be there on Monday. Agree or disagree? Listen.
I am not here Sunday. I want to remind you all, I'm not here for the next 2 days. I come back on Monday, hopefully refreshed and renewed, for Death Stranding 2 on the first stream and American Truck Simulator on the late shift. That this week will alternate between Death Stranding 2 and GTA 4 with mods. That's going to be really fun to alternate. Every night will be something.
Now, see. Now I'm kind of thinking. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. This changes everything. Hang on.
I come back on Monday.
There we go.
I am not here Sunday. I want to remind you all, I'm not here for the next 2 days. I come back on Monday, hopefully refreshed and renewed.
Duper. So Big Guy says maybe Duper's delight about that. Hopefully refreshed and renewed. Like maybe he's doing a lot of things that won't leave him refreshed and renewed. You know what I mean? Hopefully refreshed and renewed. Well, he knows mentally that's no chance of that being the case. I'm on board a little bit. Bojangles says his scheduleitism probably has him sick right now. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, he is buzzed. Good point. He is buzzed right now. So going to Connecticut would not leave him refreshed or renewed, so that might be why that laugh happened. And then take 2 extra days to actually be refreshed and renewed, if you know what I'm saying. I'm down. Big ups, Guy Incognito. I got a good thing for you here. Big ups at Guy Incognito. What a king for the 5. Bump, 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 bump. Meth Bear says, condom price doesn't matter if you don't use them. All right. No one can argue with that. No one can argue with that statement of fact. Okay? There we go, Meth Bear. Bringing the facts to life. Ryan is too conceited says, can't relate to condom comment. Raw is law. It's why I have a toddler. Oh, these work in tandem. This is a Meth Bear, Ryan is too conceited tandem message. I'll read them together one more time. Condom price doesn't matter if you don't use them. And then Ryan is too conceited adds, can't relate to condom comment. Raw is law. It's why I have a toddler. There we go. Okay, learning life lessons being taught here on WPIG 1651. And I've always been a condom enjoyer, actually. I need the extra girth. I mean, I'm just telling you like it is. You know, that's what I do. I need all the help I can get. So, Abus378180 says, the ghost of Beg's Bunny has been haunting Kat's abandoned womb, and she is getting an exorcism, like her sister. All right. Big ups, Abus. But it's a good one. It's a good one nonetheless. Camping Dutchman in the house. Go ahead.
I think it's either Cat or his parents. The reason why I think it is because there is complete radio silence. We all know he loves the sound of his own voice, and we all know how much he loves to yap about nonsense. And he has talked about his HOA in the past, so he's not, afraid of mentioning them or hiding the fact he has them over or something like that. Because a couple of weeks ago, he had them over, and he was talking about them. But we got nothing. He's not on Twitter. He's not in his YouTube posts. He's nowhere. He's just gone. Complete radio silence. So it is serious. And the only 2 things are his mom, his dad, and Cat. Also, ALT is old.
Okay, you're doing good until the end. Yeah, I think the longer it goes, the more that Nothing Burger chances go get lower. But that would be by the way, that would be a very DSP thing to do, though, is for this all to be a Nothing Burger, because it happens often when things happen like this and people are speculating and then it comes back and it's literally nothing. That could be the case here. So, he was banning accounts on Kick on Saturday night. Was that GWG? I will check that because I can here, and you can see who banned them actually too. So when is Philip's last ban? All right. Nope, Dunsfelter, you are felted. Philip's last, you felted yourself here. Just to be honest, you have felted yourself, GWG. The last ban done by DSP Gaming Real himself was the 5th. That's 5 days ago on my count. The last time he was seen. So you have self-felted yourself. Hard mode hurts our business. Hard mode hurts our business. Konnichiwa Chu. Konnichiwa Chu. A double Konnichiwa Chu. I didn't see that before. Big Side Phil. DSP Fat Wife. Lol Cow playing dress up again. BB1324 Reel. Bounty Failer 99. DSP aggressively begging Lol Cow. And DSP shameful begging Reel were the final ones. But the 5th was the final. Okay, who cares? The 5th is the part that matters. 5th, the Saturday the 5th was the last date. You know why I do that? Lore thing. I told you I have that clock here that has Japan time on it, just like as a real clock, because it helps me see when shit is due for my real job. And that clock right now is saying 4:14 a.m., the 10th on Thursday. So I look down at that instinctively thinking, oh, okay, so 7:10, that's today, but it's not true, and I always do it. I should move that clock, honestly, but I never do. So I keep making the same mistake, and we'll continue to do so. Big ups. But it is 4:14 on Thursday in Japan right now, if anyone was wondering. Okay, there we go. GBRC says, Phil broke the 10-year plan. Excuse me, 427. I said 14. Phil broke the 10-year plan. His mom and dad called him to go back to work. Hold on. Mom and dad called him to go back to work out the way to pay them back. They woke up to that he is a scammer. Phil broke the 10-year plan. His mom and dad called him to go back to work out the way to pay them back. Oh, okay, I see. They sent him to go back to work to pay back for the 10-year plan. Come on. Not going to happen. Not going to happen, GBRC. Not going to happen. You know that can't happen. Plus, it would take too many jobs. Damn. Bojangles.
Now, day 5. DSP sits rotting in his chair, decomposing already. Catherine Burnell has lost the passcode to the computer. It locked her out. She can't tweet anymore. She's panicking. She's getting hungry. She's staring at the corpse. And that's my Theo theory.
She's staring at the what?
The computer. It locked her out. She can't tweet anymore. She's panicking. She's getting hungry. She's staring at the corpse.
She's staring at the corpse. The corpse. Go ahead, Anonymous.
Yo, first time calling, listen for a while.
Big ups.
My theory that this is a gout flare-up. Sometime either Sunday or maybe Monday morning, got really bad gout flare-up, hurting like hell, and he can't get up. But he also knows he cannot tell anyone about it, because if he does, that proves the tractor's right, that what he's doing ain't healthy for him. Big ups, Gramp.
Oh, God. Okay, so the reason that it can't be gout is because not too long ago, Philip has admitted to gout coming back. Within the last year or so. I don't think Philip is too scared to admit when gout comes back, right, anymore. He has talked about it before. So I don't think this would be a reason to stay off 5 days. But you do get gout flare-ups that do last days, right? They do last days. He had that one, the first flare-up lasted a week or something. So I think, while that would be amazingly funny if that's true. I just don't think, I think he's past the point of not saying it if that's the thing, right? 5 days of literally not streaming has to be a bigger deal than just a gout flare-up. A silly little chubby foot, if you know what I'm saying. Copeside Phil says, Phil's whole YouTube channel's definition of low-effort videos. Now, that's true, too. So how do you decide what's low-effort, what's not, right? Is it like, you know it when you see it kind of thing? Because what's a low-effort video, right? If you hold your phone and film a squirrel eating an ice cream cone, that's low effort, but yet that kind of shit gets million views all the time. So then what are you going to do, YouTube? Right? You know what I'm saying? But YouTube does this. They use words that don't have definitive meaning so that there's always a fucking debate. And it doesn't matter what website you have. Debate about your website is a positive. So, like Twitch gets all this shit about banning people and shit, and they definitely lost business or users based on that. But you know what it does? It always gets people fucking talking about Twitch, endlessly talking about Twitch, endlessly keeping it in the space, right? And it's just something that they're going to keep doing forever. It's never going to stop being a thing. Talking about rules on sites or leagues or sports is just something you're going to talk about. And they leave it intentionally ambiguous, not for that reason, but because it kind of saves their ass, right? It will not affect anyone. No. It will not affect any person that deals with DSP at all. What they're going to do is get rid of those fucking AI videos that the first second you see them, you know what they are. And they're AI videos. Hey, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the rise of the Joe Rogan podcast. Well, he started out as a comedian. That kind of, the ones that are just reading Wikipedia literally, right? Those, right? Wild Liger says, know what pisses me off? The Stinko talking about fun things and places like him and Fat Cat the Hut actually go to any place. He does talk about all the fun things that are available in life while not doing them. You know what I mean? While not doing them at all and not leaving his house but once a week. You know what I mean? Anyways. Big ups. Wild Liger. Wild. I'm looking at your picture. What is that? Anyways, I got distracted. I get distracted easily. All right, let's take a little dip here. So this is just some quick stuff here, quick clips of talking about parents I thought would be interesting. So here's our next one. This is from 2019, so a long time ago. Here we go.
Hogwash tips me $1 and says, I hope this isn't hitting too close to home. Why did you abandon your elderly parents on the other side of the country? Don't you think it's crazy they have to mail you food? All right. This is how ludicrous these idiots.
W question. W question. Go ahead.
Don't you think it's crazy they have to mail you food?
Yes.
All right. This is how ludicrous these idiots are.
Uh-oh.
First of all, I didn't abandon my parents. My parents are perfectly fine. They're self-sufficient.
Yep.
My dad still works. They make plenty of money. They're fine for themselves.
I would like to remind everyone exactly when this video was filmed. It was filmed in November 25th of 2019. Interesting. I would like to check now before I go any further exactly when Philip said his parents were on their deathbed. Because I'm thinking the dates of this are going to be kind of weird. So let me see. Let me see here. Okay, deathbed. When did they get married exactly? 2000. Definitely was that.
Right? It's not like these
are
parents who were like, oh my God, they can't even live by themselves. They need assisted living. They're falling apart. You know, this is ridiculous. I moved on 2014. That was over 5 years ago. Admittedly, yeah, their health was a lot better when I moved than it is now. Number two, I haven't seen my parents since 2016.
Big ups Memeology 101 doing the work already. There you go.
I moved than it is now. Number two, I haven't seen my parents since 2016. So it'll be a good opportunity for me to see them. And quite frankly, just being very honest with all of you, they're not in the best of health.
Oh my God!
I didn't abandon my parents. So ridiculous. Just because you move away from your parents.
Okay, sweet. So that gives us time frame. Let's see.
Now. Number two, I haven't seen my parents since 2016. So it'll be a good opportunity for me to see them. And quite frankly, just being very honest with all of you, they're not in the best of health. I didn't abandon my parents. So ridiculous. Just because you move away from your parents and you leave the nest, per se, doesn't mean you abandoned them. I talk to them every single week.
Interesting. They're in the best of health.
What's going on? They visited me twice. I've now visited them once. I had this conversation with my mom when I visited her last month. And she's basically like, you understand you're stressing yourself to your limit. Like every month I call her, or every week I call her, and I tell her about what's going on with me.
Oh my God.
Right now, financially things aren't good. I owe back taxes to the government because of stuff that's happened. I couldn't afford them. And I've got all these crazy debts in my name that doing this, I don't see how it's ever going to get better. You know? And my mom's even like, you know, right now, here's the thing. I work 6 days a week, basically 10 to 12 hour days. You can realize I start streaming at 10. My second stream usually ends around 9:30, 10. I'm uploading during that time period. I only get 1 day a week to spend with my wife. Okay? I barely see her outside of that. Barely do I get any time with her outside of the 1 day off a week that we get together. And my mom's basically like, you know, how long do you think you're going to be able to do this?
You have done that yourself.
Not for the fact that, you know, how it's just so stressful. And she's right. With all the ups and downs and crazy stuff that I've been through, it's just a very stressful thing to do. Not the streams themselves, but all the financial stress and things that come around it. And in addition to that, he's like, why do they have to send you food? They don't have to send me anything.
I kind of want to see that stream more. I think that'd be interesting. We find that
I've been through is just a very stressful thing to do. Not the streams themselves, but all the financial stress and things that come around it. And in addition to that, he's like, why do they have to send you food? They don't have to send me anything. They want to. They want to do nice things because, you know, my mom sits around and watches Home Shopping Network a lot, and she finds some things on there, and she said, oh my God, this would be really good for Phil and Kat for Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll get them some food, and they order some food and send it our way. They actually, like I said, they did something with the Halloween decorations. Remember the skull I had here, Joe Mama, the skull candle? That mom was like, oh, I think this would look good on Phil's streams, and she bought it for me and mailed it to me. That's something nice. That's not something. Why are you making them do that? Are you a fucking idiot? I'm not making them do anything.
Yeah.
They do it to feel good, to do something nice for us. So you're an idiot. Thanks for the $1, stupid. And yes, I see someone asking in the chat. Yes, my parents did have the money to buy it. They were just fucking stupid.
Oh, God.
Then I received another $1 tip from an idiot, so I'm just going to ignore them.
There you go.
All right, then I received another $1 tip from an idiot. So thank you to the idiot. Jim cheered. He says, how as you penne pasta meal last night? So last night, Kat made something original. Now, obviously, is it as good as my sauce? Of course not. That huge kid did a 50-bit cheer, so what's the deal?
It's as good as mine. That's an edit, by the way. He never did say her sauce is not as good as his. She never said that. That was an edit. I want to find this Pokemon stream, though, where he's... not Pokemon. This Minecraft stream. Where he's saying, like,
Just so stressful. And she's right. With all the ups and downs and crazy stuff.
It looks like it's gone. Ups and downs. Ups and downs. Hold on. Should be able to find that one. I think that'd be worth watching. Ups and downs. It says it would say Minecraft in that title. Let me see. All right, sorry, real quick. I got it. Okay, I found it. I got it. Let's see this real quick. I'm waiting for confirmation, Midnight Memes.
I've been through the ups and downs financially,
Thank
personally.
you, War Dog Leader.
I'm still here, dude.
Nope, not that one. That's a different time. He said, I'm still here, dude. Let's see. That was November of 2019. Still here, dude. Oh, he was on the right side, wasn't he? Hold on. Okay, let me see. I'm really sorry. I should have had this prepared earlier, but I know we're exactly going to go here. But now I got to find it, so. Good thumbnail. He's on the right side with
my name. That doing this.
I got it.
I don't see how it's ever going to get better.
I got it.
And my mom's even like,
I'm a fucking legend.
She's right. What the?
Okay, let's get to that talk real
fast.
quick. Oh, shut up.
So I finally got all the wood pieces.
Look, you're having a lot of fun. Look how much fun he's having.
PS4 Pros Week says I should be able to make a living from streaming, at least in the near future, as long as things stay positive. I mean, yeah, but here's the thing, PS4 Pros Week. I had this conversation with my mom when I visited her last month. And she's basically like, you understand you're stressing yourself to your limit. Like every month I call her, or every week I call her, and I tell her about what's going on with me. And right now, financially things aren't good. I owe back taxes to the government because of stuff that's happened I couldn't afford them.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, breaking news here. So there was a tweet. I just want to remind everyone, this is not DSP. This is not DSP. This is not DSP. This is from the DSP Reacts Twitter. Good troll, though. People are falling for it. But, well, DSP fans are falling for it. So funny to watch all my detractors struggling for money with me out a few days. Lots of people are telling me a couple mouth droolers even started GoFundMe accounts to make ends meet until I return. So sad. I am the yeast that makes their bread grow. I am the yeast. So let's see who's falling for this. Let's go. We have Dances with Lag. Says, I miss you, come back. Miss you, Phil. If you're experiencing this financial hardship, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help however I can. Please feel free to share your campaign link. I'd be glad to offer my support. I can't tell what's real and what's not real. Big ups, King Jad. Thank you for the raid as well. And I hope everyone's ready, because today, King Jad, we are in the Unicorn. Come on. This is the Unicorn, where all the best hyperfixating happens. Get over here, King Jad. Tired of it. Come on. Come on. All right. There you go. Big ups, King Jad. Okay, so that's fake, by the way. Back to where we were.
And I've got all these crazy debts in my name that doing this,
That was a
I
fake
don't see how it's
Phil.
ever going to get better.
That was absolutely fake. Do not think any part of that was real. It was all fake, guys, all right? Moving on. Let's go back
She's
to it.
right. With all the ups and downs and crazy stuff that I've been through, it's just a very stressful thing to do. Not the streams themselves, but all the financial stress and things that come around it. So she's right in that regard. And I believe that what she told me in regards to, eventually you got to phase out of doing this full time. I think she's right. I'm not in any rush, and there's no way I can do that now anyway. What I need to do, I'm going behind the scenes doing stuff to try to change my financial position. All right. And I'm trying to get to a point where I don't have as many debts in my name or financial responsibilities in my name anymore, so I can make less money and still be able to make ends meet. So if that's the case, then I can say, okay, I can slowly transition out of doing 12-hour work days while streaming, and instead
Why start that? You don't do that now.
Maybe work, 5 days a week in an office job, stream 5-6 days a week part-time, making less money, but at least I'll have more time for myself. You know what I mean? I think it just has to happen. It does. It's going to be a long-term thing, but I think it has to happen. So.
All right, there we go.
Hey, what up, sisters? I plan for retirement. Dude, I can't pay my day-to-day bills. Right now, my bank account is overdrawn. I'm not even kidding you. Right now, my bank account is overdrawn. There's no money for retirement.
How's your retirement plan coming? Well, my bank account is overdrawn, so that's not a good step. Okay.
At one point in my life, much earlier in my life, I was saving money for retirement, and that's all been spent because I had to spend so much money to make ends meet out here.
Well, why did you have to spend so much to make ends meet, I wonder?
So.
Only there was something.
Mr. Papa Charity says, you might get more use even with low-level enchants like Unbreaking. That would only take one.
God, remember those days? Those are real sad boy days. Silas-sama says, it's diff because the bird was his. His parents are just extra income. Ooh. All right. True. True. Next up we have a Spitfire 01 again. Says, Phil is different. Not like us. By Kendrick Lamar. Big up Spitfire. Big up Sky Incognito says, same problem with cross-country work. Market. Same problem with cross-country. All right, well, we'll keep it in mind, Guy Incognito. Let's get another theory in the house before we play next video. Theory time. Where is it? Right here. Let's go. The one, the only Atomic Toy Robot.
Hey, ALT, this is Atomic Toy Robot, first-time caller, long-time detractor.
Big ups.
Just wanted to say to the people saying that they magically went to Japan as like a felting to the detractors, there's no way they're ever going to Japan. Me and my wife went there last year, and we walked like 30,000 steps every day. Cat and DSP would not survive in Japan. I'm sure you would know this, considering that you live there. But the amount of like actual like walking they would need to do, I think Cat would keel over, and that would be the end of Cat. Anyway, all right, bye.
Well, one thing. Very true. Okay, but here's my retort, my rebut of that. Most people in America, I'm sure, walk what? I don't know how many steps, but let's say the average is 5,000 steps when you're not trying to, I'm just guessing. Okay, 5,000. Doesn't matter the number. 5,000 steps a day is the average for an American. Philip has the average step of 1,000 steps, I would say, right? About 20% of the average, okay? So let's go to Japan, where the average steps is way higher. They would still find a way to get that to be 20% of the average over there. So, while most people do walk a fuck ton, and you walked a fuck ton seeing a lot of stuff, I'm guessing they could make their trip revolve around the fact that they're not walking that far. You know what I mean? So, that's just what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they would find a way to make it. Now, they would go to the hotels you have where you never have to leave. They bring you lunch, dinner. They have an onsen there. Oh, that would be fun. Can you imagine Philip talking about that? And then get this, guys. Get this. You gotta just get naked. And like it's just normal for them over there. They just get naked. And it's just naked in the water. It's wild. Japan's crazy. Can you imagine? Philip in the on-sound. Nicholas Baxter says, low-effort videos are basically the top 10 style videos with AI voiceovers. There, see, that makes sense to me. Not adding anything. But, I mean, there is some top 10 style videos that do take work, right? That are a lot of work. Swimco says they kept trying to harpoon Cat. No. Spitfire says, the irony of DSP naming a skeleton from his mom, Joe Mama, especially now. Well, I don't get when he said call it when did he name a skeleton from his mom, Joe Mama? I don't remember that. Spitfire 1. What a king. And Nicholas Baxter did share the correct stream. Big ups, Nicholas. Thank you. Let's get a legend in the house. Another legend. Someone that has a space on the timeline of DSP Gaming. Be awesome one.
Okay, so here is my Phil theory.
Go ahead.
I have a feeling that Phil might be having a stroke, as the situation seems to be similar to that of a Polish streamer called Kasix 2 years ago. He was feeling good in the weekend, and then on Monday, he was probably not feeling well, so he had to tweet that message out and go to the hospital. And because of that, he's now in the hospital rehabbing from the stroke. I'm getting buzzed, don't I?
Funny, but no. Funny, but no. I'm going to have to give that an X. I think you would happily share that. I would happily share that. 2D2 Will, the man with the numbers. Let's see what 2D2 Will has today.
Hey, LT, this is a long shot, but what are the odds that it might have something to do with Kat's family? Like if, for instance, both her parents died and they have to go to the reading of the will, or if Jenna just decided to finally show up at their front door. I know low odds, but, you know, you are the best, so I go to you for expert advice.
I'm definitely not the best, but I will say that is one option that no one is thinking about. She does have no family, direct family, or what, as DSP said, to null. Even Jenna doesn't count. They want nothing to do with her. But what would happen if something happened to her parents? Who knows, right? That is an option. That is an option that could exist in a universe, right? That it is something to do with Kat's parents, and he doesn't want to say anything about that because it is Kat's parents. He understands. He doesn't want to say anything about it. So, could be. Cannot say that's 100% not possible. So I'm not buzzing. There will be no buzzer, but there also will be no celebration. Okay? I think that's fair. Fair assessment. Iwamoto says, imagine Phil and Kat sitting on the Yamamoto between the salarymen and open-mouthed school kids. Also, Japan, they still do whaling, so no for Kat. Seeing Philip in a picture of Philip in Japan would be funny for many reasons. Like, it just... I want like, here's what I want. Like a picture of like a Japan street, and we're looking at all the people walking from the side, okay? And Philip's walking along the street just normally walking, and then, but it's all Japanese people around him. And he's, half a head taller than everybody, doing his walk in his DSP gaming shirt, the New Balance. That's how you get some art out of there. Swaying back and forth, taking up half the walkway. Excuse me, where's the sushi? Where is the sushi? I'm looking for sushi. And then someone says, sushi! Sushi! S-U-S-H-I! Oh, sushi! Fish! You know what it is! That's what he would do. That's what he would do. Nicholas Baxter in the house says, Jenna and Detroit pulled up to the fort. Funny idea, but not worthy of the party yet. All right, next thing is just, what is this for? I don't know why I put it here. So big ups. I didn't take any notes, so I don't know why I put this here. Let's try to find out. 6 minutes. Go.
Okay, so...
Jeez, look at the ladies in here.
2 sessions of packing things up.
Look at all the statue. All right, this is where the statue stream starts, doesn't it? Because, damn, I think they're all here. Yeah, I think they are.
What we've managed to do is basically take all of the models that I used to have in my condo, including that I used to have in my condo, including most of the gaming-related stuff. Not all of it, but most of it.
Okay.
And we have basically boxed it and stacked it on the back wall of my condo, as you can see.
Mostly me.
So this is pretty much...
That's like half a room of shit.
The extent of most of my stuff, okay?
What were those? That's the side boob.
So this
Bishuju.
is pretty much...
That's Psylocke. That's the Bishuju. Oh, Black Cat's also a Bishuju? I didn't know that. Bishuju.
The extent...
What else is on that list? Songbird, Last of Us, Street Fighter, Uncharted. So many.
The extent of most of my stuff, okay? A lot of stuff. It goes back all the way back to the wall.
How much?
All right. But what you're going to notice now, what a difference. Oops. What a difference it makes. Because pretty much all this stuff is stuff that doesn't have boxes, little knickknacks and stuff. Hey, look,
it still looks pretty cluttered. Oh my god, look. Oh my god. Come on, man. This isn't real, right? Oh my god. Do you see what I'm talking about yet? Do you see it? I'll give you a chance before I show you. Okay. So what you're looking at here, is one of those things you buy at tourist attractions where it has like a picture of something behind you. You know, in this case, it's a picture that they took together. It looks like in Seattle, I think, where it's like a fake background. Okay? To cover that, we have a random picture of Undertaker from some game. Now that's covering the picture of love. And then we have a smaller version of the picture of love in front of Undertaker. So it's still there, but yet Undertaker kind of is owning the scene, if you know what I mean. So we don't want to completely block the love picture, but we do want some love, but we also want Taker. So yes, it's an Undertaker sandwich in between the love pictures. Nice work.
And stuff. Hey, look, there's Sackboy and Sackgirl. There's the lamp from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I don't know what happened to the box because I swear to God I saved it because I knew I was going to move it, and now I cannot find it, so that's bad. But everything else up here is pretty much like a knickknack, like souvenirs from our trips and stuff like that. It's nothing major. So pretty much I have regained the use of my bar.
God, lad, he is a, tourist buying shit before you go home dream, right?
Which is kind of funny because I have not had use of it. When we finish this, Leanna looks and says, "You have a bar?" Because I've realized that ever since I started dating her over 2 years ago, I had this bar full of shit. It was always had 1,000 models and shit on it. And so...
yeah, but I wonder how that got there.
You have done that yourself.
Really, all we've got left...
It's still like... Now it looks like a normal house level, and he's moving out tomorrow.
All we've got left around here is the knickknacks, little things. But what a difference. Look at this. What a difference it makes from start to...
What?
Finish. From when I moved in originally to now, to finally have all that stuff down. Now, the thing is, I still got a stack of shit here, which is all my gaming-related stuff, equipment, headphones, etc., a couple collector's editions that I wasn't able to do anything with. I still have a few things. See, some are missing, some are still here, because I don't have the original boxes for them. I got rid of them. So these are going to be things that probably I'm just going to have to try to box up or put in bins, moving bins.
Yeah?
When eventually we do move. But what a crazy difference it looks like now with all the stuff against the back.
All right, I don't know why this was here. I guess that was it. Big ups to the only Nicholas Baxter says, LOL, he just ignores Panda. Oh, that's the best part of these videos.
Well, it's going to be a massive asset.
What?
And all the stuff over here. But I was actually thinking about it, and I realized this is going to be a massive asset
what will be?
That last weekend before I move, because I'm going to have a throwdown, a big shindig here with my friends coming over to play Street Fighter.
That's the one we begged Howard to come to. That one. Okay. Anyways, moving on. We don't need to see any more of that. Nothing about parents. Here's another. I thought a day off story might be fun, but I think I have one more thing about parents. Where is it? Day off thing.
Gentlemen,
Day
now
off
it is
song.
time.
Forgot about this one, didn't you?
A segment that everyone looks forward to.
Don't forget about this one.
One of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done.
Go ahead.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's Day Off.
It's the fifth one.
What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Big ups, Meerkat.
It's my day off.
Day off.
Might
Let's
leave
go.
the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on posing dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife cat. Give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes,
Tips.
pet store, pay my bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money buying DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members.
No, you got it. Big up there. I put the link in chat if you want to hear that song. But day off song, don't forget about that one. Here's a fun day off story.
What's going on? So yesterday was my day off. Do I have too much to talk about in regards to my day off? Not really. It was another more relaxing day at home. I actually have a lot coming up in the next few days off that I have. I'll be very busy, but yesterday was a more relaxing day, but it was very hot here in Washington. It was in the 90s during the day. So we had the air conditioners pumping all day long. And, when I went out to do my errands, it was pretty damn swelteringly hot, which sucked, but what can you do, right? You got to just deal with it. Didn't do too much. I watched Kat play a lot of Diablo 4. You might say, oh, you're spoiling. Dude, Diablo 4 is a game that's mostly gameplay. The story literally doesn't really matter. It's just not a big deal. It's a game that you can watch anyone play, and you're not spoiling anything. There's so many bosses. There's so much in the game. So I'm watching her play.
Boring day off story. What's this one?
And I know some people say, oh, but the PC Master Race has...
What's this one?
There we go. So, Lisa Lou with a $50 tip and says, I wanted to tip you and show you some support for your upcoming Super Bowl event. Have a great streaming day. Thank you. I will say this, because someone asked this yesterday. I will reiterate. Someone said, Phil, this week I'd like to support you. What's the best way to support? And this guy's a pathological liar. Honestly, it's tipping, and here's why. Number one, now tonight, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I'll give you a shout out. However, FYI, I do prefer tips tonight. Tips help me more than anything right now in the current financial situation I'm in. Basically, I need to raise as many funds as possible to pay bills.
You get the point. It's not really on point either. Let's go to another theory here. Let's see. We got the one, the only, Dr. Karkland. Go.
I don't think he's in Connecticut, or maybe he is right now, but I think he's actually doing the passport stuff. He said in the DMs, like, oh, it's a bitch to do the passport, blah, blah, blah. I think he's doing the passport shit. He's figuring out how to do it. Maybe asking people, maybe asking other lolcows like Wings. But yeah, I think maybe he's now in Connecticut, but I think he has to do the passport stuff first.
I think 5 days getting that is insane, though. Because, like, literally, okay, let's say you want to take a day off to get your passport, and it's going to take 8 hours. 1 day is already too much. You know what I mean? So 5 days to do that seems insane to me. And he's not going to skip out on 5 days of begging to make that. Right? So I disagree with that. But, I mean, who knows? It's not a 0% chance. He could be do something as dented as that. But I don't think so, Dr. Karkar. But always appreciate the theory, my friend. The Pasta Maker, go!
Hey, ALT and chat. Here's my Theo theory.
Go ahead.
The initial bank leaks guy, the guy who paid the bills for Phil for some reason.
Go ahead.
That was just a test. He's now gone through with his master plan of draining his bank accounts dry. And now Phil is freaking out. Is it true? Probably not, but I think it's funny.
Well, not bad. We've heard worse today, that's for sure. We have heard worse today. Big ups to Nicholas Baxter, who says, holy shit, I saw the Tesla coil thing he has now. Yeah, he still has that one. The Metal Gear whatever thing. Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance, Resurgence, Reimagined video thing, yeah. Iwamoto says, Gator Cat in Japan would die of laughter. So, if you know what gals are in Japan, They kind of dress a certain way. It's like this is like an extreme version of this. Now you do see this, but this is like an extreme version. Here, I'll show you. So here's a gal. Okay, here's a gal, and they're called that in Japan, garu. And they get their skin really dark. They have blonde hair, usually long hair, and they're always wearing hot clothes. I mean, that's just how it goes. It's hot clothes, guys. I don't know. That's the easiest way to define it. But there's a middle line too that is much, 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 much more common. And let me give you a good halfway. Let me find one here. Because of course the internet always gives you like this version. And I can tell you right now, I've never seen one of these in real life. Here is a version of Garu that I've never seen in real life. Here. Like it's like this. And I think this is like just not it's a thing clearly, but it's not like a thing you see every day. It's like at a meetup you'll see 1,000 people like that, but it's not like the real Garu thing. There is a middle ground I'd like to show you here. So where's the much more common middle ground? Let me see. I'm trying to find a good middle ground that's not like insane. It's hard on the internet to find something that's just average and everyday, you know. Hold on. Let me see. I'm looking for just like a regular depiction of it, but the internet is proving difficult because they're all trying to give me extreme ones. Don't give me extreme. All right, here we go. So here's just here's some. There you go. Here's what's more commonly seen. I didn't mean to put that on the screen for so long. Here, I found one. Here's a very more real image of it. While this is still an internet image of it, it is more commonly like this, right? Just dyed hair, a lot of makeup, a lot of jewelry, dressing like that. That's the more common everyday look, okay? And we can all appreciate that look, obviously. Okay. Nicholas Baxter again says, if that's true, then he'll be one for a week. He stated he doesn't have his real ID, so he can't even travel in the USA without a bunch of rigmarole. Yes, but I think he might have taken care of that by now, right? I think. Personally. I think he might have taken care of that by now. Because, I mean, it doesn't really take that much work, but... Rasma's asking for a question I will never answer on stream. We're not doing that version of Choosy. Never doing that version of Choosy. Okay. As for dessert for all of us, we all deserve some dessert today. And... Dolo says, whatever it is, he knew about it last week because he took an extra day off. Whatever he took the day off Sunday for went wrong. Well, Dolo, not wrong, but I want to say this. I think, I don't agree with you. Well, that could be. But I think the trip that he was taking for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, it didn't go wrong, but it got extended because a certain someone said, I want you to stay and I'll pay for you to stay. What you would have got on a stream normally, I'll give it to you. That's what I think. But for dessert, I'll give you a dessert before we part for the day. This is a dessert from Jake's Wayback Burgers, and this is lunch, okay? So keep in mind, this is lunch, everybody. Hope you enjoy. Let's go. It's only 1:38. This is not a DSP calls it. DSP tries it.
All right, everybody. So, it is the beginning of our final trip here in Connecticut, going around doing the stuff that we love to do. And my lovely girlfriend, Leanna, just stuff that we love to do. And my lovely girlfriend, Leanna, just arrived about an hour ago. A little
Classic
over
panda sound.
An hour ago on the train. And as soon as we got home, we were like, we're hungry. Both of our stomachs were grumbling, so we said, what can we get? And one of the things I actually have not gone to a lot, but the few times that I've gone, I've pretty much enjoyed it, is Jake's Wayback Burgers. Mm-hmm. Now, the advantage of Jake's is, number one, you can get it however you want. It's not like a fast food joint where it's just pre-made one way.
That's not true at fast food places, but go ahead.
Number two, it's made fresh to order. And number three, you can order online.
Real quick, Tino says it takes about 15-20 minutes to get your real ID, and then it comes in the mail in about a week. That's what I thought. Like, I had to do that too for Chew, but it's like 2 seconds. But, you know, Philip makes everything take an hour. So,
which I actually did on my computer.
I mean, not an hour. Everything for Philip takes months. So
an hour to make it. We swung by. So what do we got? I got a double cheeseburger with bacon, made their way, which basically means it has ketchup.
Made their way.
Mustard, onions, lettuce, tomato, the basics that you would think of on a burger.
No mayo.
A chili cheese dog.
A dog.
Leanna has a standard burger, single burger. Their way. We have some onion rings we're gonna share. And we each got a little mini shake.
Damn.
Mine's an Oreo mudslide, and hers is the cinnamon snickerdoodle. This place is known.
They go hard, man.
Known for how good their milkshakes are and how they have custom milkshakes every month.
And this is the milkshake of the month, and it is
Philip goes hard at fast food.
delicious. It tastes like a snickerdoodle.
So it's kind of funny that I almost never go here.
Damn.
Yet here we are on the final visit, and we've decided to do it. So,
yeah, so I saw someone say it. Who said it? I want to give you credit. It's a great idea. I think. Yeah, there you go. Nessadan says, "Could you compare that noise Panda made to the Goron grunt?" Oh God, that was the slip of the tongue. Don't want to slip of the tongue there. What I mean was the grunt of Gorons, and I think you might be onto something there. Hold on a second. Hang on a minute. That was a grunt, is what I said. Everyone else can be banned. Thank you. Let's compare the Goron sounds with Leanna sounds. Who says we don't make groundbreaking content on WPIG? This is what we're here for. All right, so I got it ready. Let's find us a good Leanna sound. Hold on.
yeah, Jake's Wayback Burger is pretty good, and they are expanding, although they're not in a ton of places yet. If you get one nearby, give it an order online, swing by and test it out. They're pretty good. So, all right.
Thank you, Leanna, for obliging us. Here we go. Ready?
All right, there you go. The first meal of the trip.
God. Right, so oh, God, I'm pushing too much.
All right, so something that might...
Go back. Okay, got it.
In a ton of places yet. If you get one nearby, give it an order online, swing by and test it out. They're pretty good. So...
Similar, but not... Here, let's do one more time.
Swing by and test it out. They're pretty good. Expanding, although they're not in a ton of places yet. If you get one nearby, give it an order online, swing by and test it out. They're pretty good. So...
So, we're reaching. We're reaching. We are reaching. We are reaching at this point. But, all right, my friends, that will do it for the stream today. 2.5 hours of hyperfixating, hyperfocusing, and being legends. Hope you enjoyed today. Tomorrow, we will be back with That Being Said style show. The hyperfixation doesn't stop. And if DSP is back, then DSP is back. And that'll be fun, too. So tomorrow will be fun no matter how you slice it. All right? Friday will definitely be a early style stream before we do the whatever happens. So we'll see it. You know, fun never ends here. The summer of WPIG. And big ups to Guy Incognito. You want to go back? You want to go back? We gotta go back. Come on, let's fucking go. Big ups, everybody. Thanks for chilling. Hyperfixating never stops at the Unicorn, and I know we're gonna have a long night tonight. Bring your grunts and your guns, because we need them both. Lubed up. Yay! Oh, Ashton, get out of here. You don't know shit. See you, everybody. Bye.
Ooh, nasty.